Speaking of counter combat, Assassin's Creed. Yeah, very well. The black
segue.
Yeah, I'm really good at that, right?
Yeah, totally.
Batman. No, we're not talking about that. Assassin's Creed. In some interview, the guy, one of the, his name is McDivitt. I don't know anybody on the Assassin's Creed team, but in a nutshell, he said they have like 10. They're like laying out 10 to 20 years of Assassin's Creed.
More?
Yes.
God, can you imagine playing 20 more Assassin's Creeds?
Why?
Well, let me read you this quote. We've created 500, 600, 700 years worth of history, and we'd hope to start teasing out for the next 10, 20 years or however long we're around. I particularly love the lore. I've been working the past 2 years with all the other writers on getting a great document together on the first civilization. He says that the plan is to use existing material in order to focus on that present-day storyline. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, for example, used assets from its predecessor in order to create an immersive setting for the modern narrative. So, in a nutshell, he also wants to do more things with modern day. They went to go... And by the way, I'm getting this information from IGN.com. They want to progress more and do some more modern day stuff, which they also quote on how Unity, they had a lot of plans to do modern day stuff on Unity, didn't eventually get there. As if people have played Unity, there is almost no modern day things whatsoever. No. It's absolutely retarded. Every time it went to the modern day stuff, I was just like, please.
Yeah,
please get me back.
I've hated that since day one. Don't get me wrong, I remember playing the first Assassin's Creed, and when it's like glitching out right at the beginning, and you wake up, it's like in the future, and like literally before I was even like, well, I guess it's kind of cool, I immediately was like, what the heck? It's like, I just want to be an assassin. Yeah. But even from day one, I mean, I respect the fact that they're trying to make it an interesting story, and like, don't get me wrong, that's definitely original. I thought it was cool. I mean, it's similar to like the Matrix, I guess you could say, but I mean, I always thought that was an interesting concept, but I know all of us have always been just way more into like the historical aspect of like the different time periods and like the characters and like the story of like the actual history versus like who cares what's happening in the future.
Yeah, of course. The most famous assassin, popular, was Ezio. Nobody cared about Desmond.
Yeah.
It's just like, I mean, I was interested and I was like,
I like Desmond though. Like, I like the side story, I guess. Or is that the main story?
The world may never know.
Yeah, I thought Desmond was really whiny. He was just, especially in 3, he's just like, yeah, and his dad like punches him and stuff. He's kind of a.
I kind of like the way that Black Flag did it with like the corporation and stuff.
Yeah,
but Unity.
Is that where you like walked around like the office and stuff?
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad. Like, it wasn't as good as like Desmond, but
yeah, at least Desmond. There were in Assassin's Creed 3. There were like a few. Levels where
where you played as him.
Yeah, and that wasn't too bad. Kind of got like a watchdog.
You were kind of an assassin, just without any weapons.
What did you do in Assassin's Creed 3? I don't remember.
You were Kinway.
Native American.
Well, no, you weren't. Kinway was you were.
You were Desmond.
Connor.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that. I remember your Desmond too in that
America.
game, and then you die at the end. Sorry if that spoiled it, but no one cares about Desmond.
Yeah,
anymore.
Nobody cares. The story's not that good.
No.
There's like one guy home like.
The one fan. No. Could you even decide
what
the ending of that, or was it just like, oh, there you go?
I think it was just I don't remember. See, that just shows you right there that it's not that big of a deal.
I don't think you could. I think people wanted there to be a choice.
Yeah.
But anywho, I feel like they could totally just get rid of the modern day. They should have started without. It was very interesting because they kept that really tightly sealed. And the first time I played Assassin's Creed and like the Animus popped up, I was like, what the heck is this? Yeah, like
the thing like bought the wrong game or something.
Yeah, but they've gone. I think it's.
They've progressively gotten less and less into that as the game's gone. Like Unity was like barely anything. Like I think at the very beginning,
like they're wanting to make it more robust. But I'm like, you didn't even care about it the last game. Yeah. I mean, it's like they just cared about the engine and stuff, like making a next gen.
And even that didn't hold up.
Yeah,
what it was supposed to be.
Yeah. But yeah, if they want to do another 10 to 20 years, they have got to pull it together. Change some stuff.
Oh yeah.
I know we've had discussions, but I think that now would be a good time to discuss what, in our opinion, needs to change in this year-to-year format, because I think we're getting to a point now, even though time periods change and stuff, I think the Assassin's Creed games are becoming more repetitive than Call of Duty.
Absolutely, they are.
Is that in part because there's only one team working on them?
No, several teams.
There's
they have thousands of people working on those games. Ubisoft brags that they never don't have somebody working on the game. That it is 24 hours. People are coming in, people are leaving, people are coming in.
Can you imagine? That would just be hell to me. I mean, I guess if you're a developer and that's what you love to do and you're getting paid, then cool.
Like, Unity was in development for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like they just put it out a year. Because, as much as
I didn't know that. So.
Yeah, as much as people can talk crap about Assassin's Creed, I mean, they're typically like the world itself, the world in which you run around in, is beautiful.
Yeah,
like Paris in Unity,
it was awesome,
amazing.
It was really
detail
impressive
and stuff. It's just, I hated jumping off and just flying through a hole and stuff occasionally.
I was more impressed with Black Flag and its beautiful seas,
Yeah, Black Flag was cool.
Black Flag's my favorite Assassin's Creed easily, which you could argue is more of a pirate game than an Assassin's Creed game, but I thought it was a ton of fun.
That might be why I like it.
I'm pretty sure I platinumed that game. No, I didn't platinum it, but I literally did everything you could do in the game.
It had multiplayer trophies.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's what I didn't get. Everything but multiplayer I didn't get.
I will never forget those freaking ships.
No,
I'll never forget.
Oh my! That's a story I have to tell right now. I'll make it brief. Okay, so Preston would sit down and watch me because this was the last thing I did in the game besides the multiplayer stuff because no one cares about Assassin's Creed multiplayer. At least I don't.
Yeah, I don't.
That's something we could also discuss that they could maybe somehow make cool.
I like the co-op.
The co-op was
fun.
fun.
Get rid of it.
Co-op. I want co-op.
I enjoy the co-op. Me and Preston had fun.
Co-op is awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but so I'm playing Black Flag and I'm like, okay, I need to take out these legendary ships. This is the last thing I have to do. And I'm pretty sure I killed a couple of them. There was this one. I don't remember which one it was. I should have recorded it because I swear I would have gotten like 500 million hits on YouTube. How unbelievably ridiculous it was. So fighting the ship, and obviously it's just destroying me as usual. And it would basically, I'd pass it, and then I'd turn around to follow it, and I'd be going like this, and I'm not even slightly exaggerating. Preston can vouch for this. The ship literally nose straight up in the air, 180, slams into the water. I'm like, and at this point, I'm already like, what in the world? And it hits me so hard head on that my ship goes all the way underwater, like my entire ship, and I'm still at the helm, like, it's like sitting there, and everyone on my ship's just like hanging on. And we go all the way underwater and come flying back out. I was like, what in the world? Like, it was doing that crap. It would literally just like come straight out of the water like Shamu and just like hit and come at me. And I was
Shamu.
I was in utter disbelief that they would make it that crazy. I mean, thank the Lord I finally beat it. I probably cheated somehow. I don't remember how I beat it, but it was, I mean, I was like so mad that I was like crying, laughing. It was like a hysterical agony I was in, but that was so funny. Man. That's just a fond memory of Black Flag.
I remember watching that. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah.
If only we could have recorded it. We didn't know how the heck to record on the PlayStation at that time. We should have just pushed the little share button and we were good. Ooh.
Yeah.
God. But like we were, I guess, starting out with co-op, things that Unity did right, I would
There's a few things I liked about it.
Yeah. I guess we can start a list there. The up-down parkour. Awesome.
That was good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hopefully, long gone are the days of just jumping off of buildings just to get down.
Yeah.
The switching between X and circle, or on Xbox, A and B, to go up and then to go down.
Yeah.
Very much improved.
It felt very natural, too. I liked it.
Yes. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Combat. I think they need to hit the drawing board again. Because once again, the thing they got right with combat, it was hard.
Yeah.
If you were in higher leveled areas. You could get killed in like 1 or 2 hits, which I've always wanted in Assassin's Creed.
For sure. I want to be because it gives you a reason to actually run away with parkour for once.
And gives stealth a reason.
Exactly. And that's also another good thing the game did right, is that this was the first Assassin's Creed where guys wouldn't chase you up a building just like you were parkour.
Yeah.
That used to annoy the crap out of me.
Yeah. It's like you're like climbing this wall and you turn around
and you see the same guard like perched like Batman, like, come back, yeah. But that was but that's another thing I think they did right. Was not only did they give you a reason, even though the combat wasn't perfect, not only it was hard at times, it gave you a reason to run away, and they also couldn't chase you up a building, which was I think another plus.
It's still not as just
there's something
missing.
You know what it is?
Something missing.
Yeah.
I 100% believe this. I think the best sword combat ever in a video game is from Shadow of Mordor. It was so awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I'd hate to say it. I know people would be like, they ripped off Shadow of Mordor, but if they put that exact combat in Assassin's Creed, that would be it for me.
Yeah. Batman combat centric, that is just like...
It works.
It's perfect. It's
it is.
They created something that is borderline perfect for combat, especially dealing with mobs of people.
It's almost like how Call of Duty set the tone of like how good a first-person shooter can feel. It's almost like they set the tone for exactly how good like a third-person like fighting game can feel.
Then again, I don't know if I want it that good in Assassin's Creed because I want to run.
Exactly.
If it's a one-on-one fight, yeah, okay. 1-on-3, okay. If people start circling me and they're just standing around for their people to die, no. I want the entire group, like, get some Madden technology, tackle me or something. Yeah, I mean, they need to, I don't know.
They're all
I think,
just like...
Yeah, you think they're all like waiting their turn. Who's gonna die next?
They all do the same thing when they attacking you. They're like, then they swing.
Yeah, they're like, then the yellow bar comes up.
That'd be pretty interesting because you'd think about in real life, like if you had enough dudes like, let's just rush the guy and tackle him, like that'd be kind of cool.
That'd be frustrating though at the same time.
It would.
Well, it gives you more incentive to get away, throw that smoke bomb down, and get out of there.
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough stealth in the game. Like I know you were gonna get into this, but like I like the bushes that they had in previous Assassin's Creeds. I still think they need more stealth. I don't know what they would do. Maybe you have some ideas, but
yeah.
It's tricky. I mean,
the game is too clunky.
It is. It's incredibly.
It's trying
clunky.
to be too many things. I think
when you're inside, it's just you're like sticking to walls and like bumping crap, and it's too like your character has too much weight. As where Splinter Cell Blacklist is amazing.
It is
an amazing third-person stealth game. Like I know it will never happen, but I pray they get a new next-gen release. Never gonna happen.
I hope so. That'd be so awesome.
It in a heartbeat. They need to get. They're in Ubisoft. They have a team of stealth dudes that are masters at third-person stealth. Get some of those guys over there and help Assassin's Creed. They're in the right direction with the crouch button.
Yeah, I definitely think that was a step in the right direction.
For a crouch button.
Definitely.
I remember at the
E3.
E3.
Do anything.
Remember the E3 gameplay reveal? Was it 2014 or 13?
It was last year.
Yeah, 14. So, and I remember the first time where he crouched, and you're like, yes!
Yeah.
He crouched finally.
It's like the only time you could do that before was when you were like perched on something or in a bush or something.
Yeah, and I thought in Assassin when they first showed Black Flag at the PlayStation press conference 2 years ago, it showed him like crouch before he got into a bush, I think, and I was like, oh my god, this dude's crouching. What the heck? He's crouching.
It's happening.
I was so excited, and the game came out, and I was like, if I'm in a bush.
Yeah.
Because I saw him like do like a little sprint run through the bush. I know I saw that. Maybe I'm crazy, but I swear I saw that.
I do remember seeing that.
Yeah, but they added the 2014 E3 demo of Unity made it look just the stealth wise absolutely amazing. Second thing I think they need to improve upon, which I don't even think we went down the things that we liked, so I think we should finish that out. Parkour, good.
Yes. Yep.
Adding a stealth button, good.
Good.
Co-op, good.
Yeah.
Yes.
We enjoyed that.
Get the multiplayer out of the way. We never played. Yeah, we should have all done a heist together or something. Yeah. I don't know, maybe if we're bored one day, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I still have it, I think.
I have it as well.
Yeah. That was good. Story, graphics, good.
Unity kind of took a backward step in my view in terms of the story. You know.
Yeah.
Like I thought Black Flag was pretty good. The story.
I like Black Flag.
Usually I'm pretty compelled by the stories, but this one just was boring.
It was
like,
so
some
boring.
Of the characters were so boring.
I did not even slightly care about anything.
I could only name like 2 characters.
Like Elise died, and I was like, oh,
no. Even those spoilers.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm killing you guys today, but I mean,
like Black Flag had all those.
You can take my advice. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's not.
Really not a big deal.
Like the Black Flag had all those pirates that we know. Like that was cool.
Yeah.
Unity, well, I mean,
there's just something about being on the open seas, like exploring.
I can't give that game enough praise. I love that game.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's a good game. And I feel like a lot of people feel the exact same way, that they took a step back. I definitely saw that in the reviews, because the reviews are not that good for this game. Like,
you gotta think though. I mean, even though Black Flag, everyone likes that game more. We've already said, I think it was definitely a technical achievement to like create Paris. Not only how massive it was, but all the level of detail in that game was phenomenal.
Yeah, like if you've ever like just stood in the game and looked at the Notre Dame Cathedral.
Look at you pronounce that,
Notre
Jacob.
Dame.
I was like, when you were looking at Notre Dame and Assassin's Creed, it's so
I took
cool,
an art
dude.
class last semester, so I know how to say it.
Nice.
No, that was impressive.
Bringing some class to the obvious podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some like nice artwork on it. It looks
Oh, yeah.
really
I also
cool.
liked how it was like real life scaled, wasn't it? Like in the game. Like
Yes, I think
that
it
was
was
very
like
cool.
1-to-1. I'm pretty sure that's what people were saying.
Yeah, that was cool too.
Yeah.
And I also liked how you could go in and out of like most buildings too.
That was
cool.
awesome. I've always wanted that in an open world game to be able to. I think it was like every 1 out of 3 houses you could actually go in.
And that was true too.
Yeah,
They
and it
didn't-
wasn't like in like we were playing Battlefield. You like enter a room and there's like a chair in the corner.
Yeah.
It was like full. I walked into a castle and I was just like, oh.
Yeah, the interiors are impressive.
So cool. So cool. So they definitely got. I think the graphics are good. Which Victory, which is the next Assassin's Creed, is going to run on the same engine for sure. So at least we're going to know it's going to have good graphics, good scale. I'm pretty sure they're going to keep the up-down mechanics. So, I guess now we can get into things that we can improve on our likes. I think that's about all the likes.
I liked how there's different weapons you could use this time around. Like,
Oh, yeah, that's
there were
another-
two-handed weapons.
Yeah. The thing that sucks though is you can only have one at a time.
Yeah.
Which they took a step back. Assassin's Creed, like, when was the last Assassin's Creed you had a knife? You had like 3 different.
I think it was
blow
2.
dart.
I don't remember.
Oh, yeah.
I remember in 3 you had the tomahawk, you had a gun, a blow dart.
You could use a sword
Yeah,
and
you had a blow
tomahawk.
dart in
You could
3
switch
and
between
4.
them. I think.
Yeah.
Unity, it's just you couldn't even use your hidden blade to fight with, which I like.
Yeah, that was
I like doing
awesome.
that.
Yeah.
You couldn't even,
That's
I liked
why-
hand-to-hand combat too, just in any situation. Couldn't do that.
That's why I
Or
still
could you?
think.
I don't think you can.
I don't remember.
That's why I
haven't
liked
played it in a while.
Assassin's Creed. I mean, it still obviously could be way better, but Assassin's Creed 2's combat options you had, like not like the dagger, hand-to-hand sword, the 2-handed weapons you could pick up, the heavy weapons, but that was like my favorite thing to fight with was a dagger. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, super fast and cool.
I always thought it'd be cool too if they ever bring the dagger back to have a you should be able to buy the Dagger of Time from Prince of Persia just as like a little cameo.
Yeah, awesome.
That'd be so cool.
That would be cool.
It'd be cool to have like dual daggers as an assassin.
That would be sick too.
That'd be gnarly.
Maybe one day.
Maybe.
That's another thing I was going to say I liked about it was the level of customization in the game. I didn't feel like ultimately, even though like there were stat bars, I don't think it made that huge of a difference.
No, I just wore the coolest looking stuff.
Honestly, I didn't like the customization.
Yeah?
I like the assassins to have their look that's them. I don't like customizing Arno to look how I want him to look. I want him to be like a character that they've developed and put a lot of time into how he looks,
Yeah, I don't mind
know.
gaining upgrades to the armor.
Yeah, I don't mind like
As
changing
you
his
become
suit.
a master assassin, like
Kind of like how 2 was.
which technically, another spoiler alert. Sorry, is he an assassin at the end of that game?
I don't think so.
I don't think
don't
they ever
remember.
officially accept him back. He just
Yeah,
like
because
rocks the ropes.
Yeah, I forgot
still.
what.
I haven't played the
happens,
DLC, so I'm assuming
Me
they
neither.
don't. Since
but I played.
was it a prequel or is it a sequel?
No, it's after. I
Okay.
played it was free, so I played a little bit of it. I didn't play enough to say. I do remember that the story was a little bit more compelling in the DLC.
And Dead Kings.
Yeah, it had to do with something at the very beginning. It was like starting after. I was like, I don't remember what's going on here.
Yeah.
But you mean like some kid or something? It's not bad. If it's y'all have nothing to do, it's free.
Yeah.
I would play it free.
It's only free if you bought a Ubisoft game, though, right? Or is it just free?
That was free for it. If you
Oh, cool.
have Assassin's Creed Unity, you have that game. I mean, you have the DLC.
Yeah, I have it
Good.
downloaded.
Yeah.
I like all the different assassins' armor.
Mhm.
I just don't like changing like the armor pieces that's in the newer games.
Oh, okay.
So. That's my only thing.
Okay.
So speaking of the next 20 years of the Assassin's Creed franchise, so what is kind of like so far we've talked combat needs to be improved, stealth needs to be improved. What else would you say?
It's not that it needs to be improved. It has to be improved if they want to keep my money.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm
gonna be
any
very
more of these
hesitant on the
games,
next one for sure.
Yeah.
which is Unity Victory set in England or something.
I
I think it's similar to the same time period as the Order, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I don't know.
Like Victorian London or
It
something.
is
It's
Victorian
Victorian
London.
I don't even know if it's
Victory.
Victorian London, but I don't know if that's the
Well,
right.
it's called Victory, so
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
There were screenshots released, and it showed on top of a little buggy fighting on the buggy. Looked cool.
I also heard you have like a grappling hook in that game or
I
something.
read that
That'd
too.
be cool.
That was my
Yeah,
grappling
just
hook
cause.
impression. Swinging.
That'd be cool. It'd be the Spider-Man game.
I could see this. Imagine like Sir Galahad with like an Assassin's Creed hood. That's how I'd imagine the next Assassin.
Playing that game, I was like, this would be sick to have an Assassin's Creed game set in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for the English accents.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, they need to improve the stealth. Like I said, get some of the Splinter Cell guys on there. It's just not satisfying. Walking up to a guy that you stuck behind, and then you get out of the crouch and just go, and then just walk by. It's just not satisfying. I don't know why. It just doesn't. In Splinter Cell, when I come up behind somebody and I'm just like, and like they fall down, it's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
But in this game, it's just like, boop, and you just walk past them. It's just not.
You're just like.
Yeah, it's just not. Which is cool if you're in a crowd of people and stuff. That's fine, but I don't know. It just, I don't even know like what I would do if I were them. It's just like it's not. Nothing in that game is always satisfying. When I kill somebody, I want like the satisfaction of getting off a stealth kill. And it's just like it seems like they just shoehorned the stealth in. The AI's not that good. They'll be like, oh, what's over there? And then you walk around a corner, they're like, oh, whatever, never mind. Like this guy just broke into this giant mansion and I don't, whatever.
Before the latest Assassin's Creed, you could whistle and just have them walk over to you.
Yeah, that was in Splinter Cell.
I know this is a little off topic. I can never talk right on camera. Off topic, but it wasn't in Dishonored where you would alert someone or someone would see a dead body, like the whole place would go crazy till they found you.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
that was in Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell, they would.
I think that was in
do
Thief
alarms.
too.
Yeah, it should be like that in every game. Like I don't want people to back down until they find me.
Oh,
like
yeah,
I want to pay for I want there to be repercussions for me
if
screwing
I don't
up.
hide a body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You couldn't. Could you pick up bodies in Unity? I don't think you could.
No.
That's another thing. What the heck?
But you always
couldn't.
hid bodies.
I remember.
You always hid bodies. Like if you killed someone behind a corner, you would drag them behind the corner.
Yeah, but it used to you could pick them up and throw them, which that needs to be a more.
Which I would just do for fun, honestly. I'd kill someone on a roof and like throw them off just to scare people in
You
the
could use
crowd.
it for like I remember in Assassin's Creed 2, I was on a rooftop, killed a dude, threw him off, and it lured the guards away from where I wanted to get into.
Yeah.
So you can use it for you know strategic things and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why they took that out of the game because that was ever since Assassin's Creed 2, I'm pretty sure that was in the game. Every single game since then. For that reason.
Yeah, I used to take guys in Black Flag, like, you know, like you climb a ship's mast or whatever, where you'd take down the flag and there'd be like that platform way up high and you'd kill a guy. I'd always pick him up and throw him off. And he'd fall and like hit the edge of the ship and like land in the water and I'd pretend he got eaten by sharks. I'm like, this is my ship now. I had a really dark fantasy when I was playing that game. It was just like this evil pirate lord.
That game really messed you up with those ships, man.
Yeah, it really did. It scarred me for life.
Yeah, you think it's one of the best creeds.
Yeah. Besides that.
Besides the ship combat.
Yeah, I'll never forget that, man. That is just classic.
They said that they wanted the ship combat to be hard, and they were not freaking lying.
Yeah, these were ships from like outer space or something. It was unbelievable.
Man. But yeah, I feel like it's just, we can all agree on Assassin's Creed that it is definitely, I'm getting Creed fatigue.
Oh, yes.
Hashtag Creed
Which is
fatigue.
so weird. Like, we were talking about this. Yeah, hashtag Creed fatigue. We were talking about this earlier, how it's ironic how I'm less fatigued by Call of Duty than I am by Assassin's Creed. I don't know exactly why that
I
is.
think I know why.
Why is that?
I don't think you're really looking much forward to Call of Duties.
That's
to where
true.
you play and you're just like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, I know I'm like, when they show gameplay for Assassin's Creed Unity, I'm going to be like, oh, maybe this time.
Yeah.
Maybe this time. I always give it maybe this time. It's Call of Duty. I like Call of Duty. I like the story. I always know that every year it's going to be like, I like this. That's the thing about Call of Duty. They got the gameplay. It's good.
Yep.
It's got like literally the most smoothest like first person shooter controls.
Yeah.
Hate on it all you want, but it is super easy and good to play, which I think is why it's so popular. Assassin's Creed, it's like they haven't nailed the gameplay yet.
Yeah.
It's just they just haven't. I don't know if it's because they have so many people working on it and it like almost loses like the soul of the game. Like all the I mean, I'm sure the men and women working on the game, they're very compassionate about it and they're trying to make the best game that they can. I just feel like if they just gave it, they're just like, okay, calm down. Like, let's really make this the best Assassin's Creed. We can truly make it. Let's take a longer time to make this.
Yeah. Maybe a release every year isn't the best way to sell the game, you know?
And I think they're looking at it financially because people buy it every year. It sells millions.
I mean, it makes total sense. I mean, that in itself
Like
is
we
just
said
the reason
last
to keep
week,
developing
people are
it.
making games just to make money, you know?
Yeah,
Which is so sad.
To a point. I mean, that's the thing though, is like these
I know
games that we buy, they cost a lot of money to make. Like I said, like it's like GTA 5 was like $500 million.
Which is funny because it made it back in like less than 24 hours.
Oh yeah,
and way beyond that.
These games, they're out to make money. The thing is that games that make money are made well, and games that are made well are by people that really care about the games.
Right.
Nobody's gonna go out there and just like, making this to make money because it's probably not gonna be that good.
I mean, obviously these people wouldn't be making games if they didn't like doing it. So.
Yeah, because you don't go into making games thinking you're going to make a lot of money. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I'm not sure the standard, game developer, but he's not making, the big bucks as opposed to like the guys that we know about, like Todd Howard, Cliff Bleszinski, Neil
What's he doing nowadays?
Stuff. He's got a Boss Key.
But is that like a
Studio?
Yeah,
they're doing like some free-to-play PC game or something.
Interesting.
Yeah, which means I'll probably never play it.
Yeah.
But good for him. I like Bleszinski. He's a nice guy. Made Gears of War.
Yeah.
Well, didn't make it, but
Yeah.
he was behind it, it's a good game.
Oh yeah. Love Gears. Pumped for the next one.
Oh yeah. Hopefully we'll have an Xbox One by that time.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.